Hey, it's Chris Burnett from Green Dragon, Tai Chi and Qigong, and we're 2 days away from our annual January workshop. And this year, I wanted to focus on teaching more concepts as opposed to showing applications. A lot of times we go to workshops, whether there's a lot of different techniques thrown at us or whether there's only a few. Let's face it, we only bring home maybe one or two techniques with us that we can remember. Of course, those one or two techniques are definitely worth going to the workshop for, along with the camaraderie. However, this year, instead of giving a lot of techniques that I want people to try to remember, I want to give them some concepts that they can remember and then take them back with them and see if those concepts apply to techniques that they're already doing. And if not, then maybe bringing some of those concepts into techniques that they already know to enhance them. What happens is a lot of times you may find that the techniques already contain some of these concepts. Okay, so here are the concepts on the board. I'm not going to go through them all. Should be a great workshop though, but I'll read the first one. So this one actually comes from Tai Chi Classics, from a translation of the Paul Brennan translation, and it says mutually cultivate both inside and outside. And so that one I think is something that people kind of neglect, okay? So a lot of times we talk about internal arts, we do a lot of internal work, we do a lot of meditation, a lot of Tai Chi forms, deep breathing, standing, whatever it may be. But we don't really challenge our physical bodies very much. Yes, the standing can be physical, the forms can be physical depending on your level and depending on how deep you take your personal practice. Like some people can do the form in a very challenging way. And what I mean by that is by sinking and using the legs and holding the postures, different things like that. So it can be challenging in that regard depending on the person doing the form. But a lot of times what we find is that we neglect the strength training in other areas of the body. And just to use myself as an example, after many years of doing Tai Chi, when I spar and I do push hands or different things like that, I'm able to maintain a nice deep level of breathing without losing my breath. And I'm able to maintain a calm state of mind, which really helps. But however, I was walking through the woods, hiking, and I was going up this steep mountain, and I find that I was breathing a little bit harder than I wanted to. So I was like, there's no cardio in that. And, some people may jump on my back for that, but, cardio is what builds cardio. So even when I was sparring with different styles and people that are used to grappling and rolling, they had a little bit more cardio than I did. So I had to work my way up to that. So, and once I got there though, I was able to incorporate the Tai Chi breathing that I normally do, and I was able to adapt very quickly. However, in order to gain those type of things, like I said, cardio and being able to exercise for an extended period of time, you need to do those things for an extended period of time. So it's not just going to magically happen just because you do one thing. That reminds me of something that brother Lee told me, talking about Daryl Lee, and he told me that one of his students one time asked him, like, what can they do to work on the horse stance? Because part of the test for them in their Kung Fu style was to hold the horse stance, right, for an extended period of time. And I'm talking about legs parallel to the ground. And, his answer was very simple. Well, if you want to learn to do more horse stance, or you want to get good at doing the horse stance, well, guess what? You have to do the horse stance. So that applies to everything that you want to learn to do. So if I want to learn how to do more push-ups, I need to do more push-ups. Same thing with sparring or anything like that. So as a martial artist, in order for you to be good at martial arts, you need to do martial arts. And I don't just mean empty hand forms or, compliant drills, 1, 2, 3, follow through here. This is the technique. I mean, actually trying to do it and apply it in a non-compliant atmosphere, trying to do it in live action scenario. So that's how you get good at those things. But when we talk about mutually cultivating both inside and outside, though, some people cultivate the outside without cultivating the inside. So some people are all physical, just weights and, whatever it is, but they haven't cultivated the mind, the breath, the spirit, things like that. So we want to be able to balance both yin and yang in that instance. So that's just a little bit of a small preview of mutually cultivating both inside and outside. And that's one of the concepts that I want to give people during the workshop to make sure that they're being well-rounded, make sure that they're being balanced in their training. Okay. So we'll get back to you after the workshop. We'll let you know how it went, and we'll have some clips for you there. I want to thank you. I'm looking out the window. Somebody's watching me talk to myself here. So I want to thank you for joining me, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.